Today is June 19th. Juneteenth. What is Juneteenth? I'm reading definition from a Google search. It marks the day in 1865 enslaved people in Galveston, Texas found out they had been freed after the end of the Civil War and 2 years after President Abraham Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation. Juneteenth, officially Juneteenth National Independence Day, is a federal holiday in the United States. It's celebrated annually on June 19th to commemorate the ending of slavery in the United States. The holiday's name is a portmanteau of the words June and 19th, as it was on June 19, 1865, when Major General Gordon Granger ordered the final enforcement of the Emancipation Proclamation in Texas at the end of the American Civil War. Although this date commemorates enslaved people learning of their freedom under the Emancipation Proclamation, this only applied to former Confederate states. There remained legally enslaved people in states that never seceded from the Union. These people did not gain their freedom until the ratification of the 13th Amendment to the United States Constitution on December 6, 1865. So today is Juneteenth. So we're going to talk again, Spirit wants to talk again about white privilege. Privilege. What is privilege? Do I need to be embarrassed because I have white skin? Like slavery ended a long time ago. And does a black person have a right to be mad at me personally because I'm a white person? That's a heavy topic. White privilege. Is it a thing? So it is a thing. It's a very tricky thing to pin down what the privilege is. And there's a perfect, Spirits Hour, we've already talked about this before, but we're going to talk about it again on today's lesson. So let's say it was just like slavery was not that long ago in the United States. So we're marking the day in 1865. Now let's remember a healthy person lives about 80 years. So kind of do the math. It's not that long ago. All right. So for every year a community is enslaved or oppressed, it takes 2 years to like etch-a-sketch shake out that oppression, and you're back at zero. So today, and I think I figured it out before, is sometime right now it's 2024. It won't be until sometime in 2050 that African Americans have shaken off the oppression of their ancestors in the United States of America. What does that mean? It means that it won't be until 2050 when the collective, in general, of African American people, black people, brown people, however you want to say it, are starting at the same starting line as the rest of the other people. Right now, they're starting behind the starting line. They haven't caught up with their oppression to be zeroed out at, you now have the same beginning as everyone else. That doesn't happen until 2050, sometime in 2050. So what is privilege? So there's this really, really great video clip. It's called The $100 Race. And this man, it looks like at the end, it looks like it might be a Christian group or something. But even if you're not Christian or you don't resonate with that Bible quote, you can get the lesson. And it's a really good lesson that this teacher teaches. So everybody starts at the same line, and he says, take 2 steps forward if your parents are still married. All of a sudden, yep, the line becomes staggered. The race hasn't even started yet. Take 2 steps forward if you've never had to pay for your cell phone. Now, like for the first 2 steps forward, when he says take 2 steps forward, if your parents have never been divorced, if your parents are still together, immediately the privileged kids start cheating. How do they cheat? They cheat by not following the directions. Not one of those kids takes a step, 2 steps forward. Nope, they take 2 giant leaps. And they're giddy. Yeah, I'm so much more ahead of everybody. Yeah, my parents are still, yeah. Take 2 steps forward if your cell phone has never been turned off. Not one of those kids take a step. They take a leap. That's what privilege is. They're cheating already without even realizing it. They take another 2 leaps. They're proud of how far they can fucking stretch their leg out. He never said take a leap. He said take 2 steps. And not one of those kids followed the directions. They cheated from the very beginning starting line. And then they were all giddy. Yeah, look at how far ahead I am. Look at how far ahead I am. Take 2 steps forward if you've never had to worry where your next meal came from. Leap! Yeah, my dance class paid for this. Yeah, look how far I can leap. My martial arts, yeah, I got it so I can leap so far. Yeah. And all these kids are cheating and leaping, and they're getting so, the race hasn't even started. And at the end of the field is a $100 bill sitting on a stick. And all of those kids are already cheating, and they're already getting a head start through no merit of their own. And that's the key to understanding what privilege is. All of those kids got, their starting line was way ahead of all the other people, and that teacher says, yeah, I want everybody to turn around and look. Because if everybody started on the same line, some of these black dudes that are in the back would totally whip everybody's ass. They'd cream you. But you're already so far ahead. Yeah, guess who wins? The broski in the front has never had to suffer for anything in his life. Of course he gets the $100. Who cheated the whole, yeah, take 2 steps, whop, whop. Take 2 more, whop, whop. But pay attention to the black dudes in the back. Yeah, they say, you're not going to blow my flame out. Yeah, there's still hope. When he said race, yeah, you can see there's one dude in particular looking around, seeing his competition, the very back. Never gave up. He runs as fast as he fucking can, and he doesn't win. The broski in the front one, of course. That's what privilege is. It's cheating and not even realizing you're cheating through no merit of your own. So Spirit wants us to think about that. And I'm going to read, I have Starseed transmissions that came through in this morning's message when I was pulling names. I'm working on them right now. And I will move those also to this reading. So make sure you look in the comment section of this reading. And I'm going to read out loud what Spirit wants to say. Can you even believe that DRIP, that drip, keeps dripping? On Juneteenth, we learn about oppression and the ship of slaves that came to the United States. Clotilda, the last American slave ship. Full episode, Shipwrecks of America. And then there's a program that Spirit wants us all to watch. CLOTILDA still weeps under the water. Never forget. And then there's a link to All Signs thought exercise. How privileged are you? Never forget their suffering. All right, there's our lesson for Juneteenth. Yep. Happy Juneteenth, everybody.